Out freezer to plate with absolutely premium, delicious shrimp from Prime Shrimp. And it's in less than 10 minutes to have freezer to plate deliciousness. This is a seasoned and saucy shrimp meal. You're going to choose either 4 or 8 of these. You're going to get multiple servings per bag. So either 4 bags or 8 bags. And you're looking at either $99 for your 4 count or $139 for your 8 count. So if you go with that 8 count, you are stocking up and saving $59. So we're going to double the amount of food, but we don't double the pricing. So you're noticing we're not going 99 plus 99. So you are saving $59. So I would encourage that 8 count. Here are the options you're going to choose from. You can either choose all 4 or all 8 in one of your flavors, or you go with a variety pack. That is the Alfredo option. We also have this for you in that garlic herb. Oh, that looks delicious. This is pesto, which is new and fewer than 150 already in both options, 4 and 8. So if you love pesto and you know you love Prime Shrimp, please go ahead and pick that up right now. And then we do have the roasted red pepper option for you. If you go with the variety, you're going to get either 1 of each bag in the 4 or 2 of each bag in the 8. Now that variety is going to be your best bet as far as the numbers that we have for you. We do also have this available on auto delivery. JP, is it 90 or 60 for 1 year? Thank you. It's every 90 days for 1 year for your auto delivery. You can have that price locked in. Marie-Louise Ludwig is here. She brings us wonderful, clever, and inventive ideas and delicious foods. Marie-Louise, this Prime Shrimp, oh my goodness, did they make a good meal for us, and it is so easy.
And my kitchen smells divine with everything going right now. And you know it's me, Rachel, so you know we're taking a trip, and we're actually going to go 2 places. Down to Louisiana, New Orleans, which is the hot house for all the delicious food and recipes, most especially seafood. But thinking about where this delicious Prime Shrimp comes from, we are going to Ecuador. Now stay with me. I'm going to talk about Ecuador and the way they raise their shrimp. Antibiotic-free, sustainable farming with a total commitment, the highest commitment to agricultural standards. So what does that mean? It means that shrimp that they bring over to the U.S., to Prime Shrimp in Louisiana, 70 years of family business. They started out on the shrimp boats. They actually invented the process to peel shrimp, shrimp peeler. While most companies will get their shrimp already processed from other countries, we get it over here and we peel, we debate, and we process it right here in the USA. The pinkest, the juiciest, the freshest shrimp you will ever taste, and the sauce to go with it. So let's get going. You ready?
Yes, I'm so ready. I just want to really quickly jump in and say that previously on Gourmet Holiday, I was presenting the Prime Shrimp burgers, and they flew out of here. That is the quality that you're getting. Everyone loves Prime Shrimp, and it comes down to the sourcing and that process that they use. Okay, Marie-Louise, let's talk about these. Do you want to start with flavors, or do you want to start with how we prepare it? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm going to roll all of that into a story. So welcome into my kitchen as I cook for you. And I learned how to do this as well. So we as Americans love our seafood, especially shrimp. But me, being a pretty good cook, it scares me a little bit. It can get tough. It can get burnt. It can just get lackluster. And we want a shrimp that's nice and juicy and pink. So when this arrives to you, they're all going to arrive frozen on dry ice. So the shrimp is raw. It goes in raw. It's already been processed and taken care of. The sauce, the delicious sauces are already built into the shrimp. So you're going to see that you're going to want to cook it. It comes in a box. You take it out of the freezer. And if you give me 10 minutes, if you could boil water in 8 minutes in a rolling boil, then to a gentle boil, much like a sous vide, take it out and let it rest for a couple minutes and sort of zhuzh it up to mix everything around. You get beautifully cooked, juicy, fresh shrimp and all of the delicious sauce. So what's great with shrimp and sauce? We're going to start with the French Porter Alfredo in here. So you get these nice big shrimp, you get cream, heavy cream, you get milk, you get butter, imported Parmesan, garlic, and a little bit of Creole seasoning in here. Let me see if I can pull this one up for you. So when it goes on the top of whatever you want to top, be it a pasta or rice, Look at that. It is absolutely
Wow.
beautiful. And the sauce is already done for you. So now you don't even have to touch it. Literally, out of the freezer into a bag, open it up. You just sort of swish it around a little bit to mix the sauce with that shrimp, and everything goes right over the top of it. Look at that. The shrimp is nice and big and pink and juicy. So Alfredo, don't we all love a good Alfredo sauce? Yes! And look at those shrimp. This is beautiful shrimp from Ecuador. It is just raised beautifully, no antibiotics. The taste of it is going to be nice and juicy, and that's what you want. So the first option, French Quarter Alfredo.
Oh, wow.
All right, going on to the second option,
Yes,
garlic
please.
herb.
Okay.
So shrimp goes beautifully with butter, garlic, parsley, basil, chives, and onions. So when you open up this package and it is gently boiled, what do you get? Your shrimp is cooked perfectly. It's juicy and it's not tough. And then you get that beautiful garlic herbed sauce to go over the top of it. And the sauce is really what makes this so incredibly special. Look at this. All right, so that is the garlic herb.
Okay.
I want to make sure I get through all of these.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
next, we're going to let's go to the basil pesto next.
Yes, because the pesto
I
is
think
new,
that's our
is that
newest one in
right?
here.
The newest one. Okay, beautiful.
It's the newest one in here. So if you look into the package, you will know it is really, really green because the green is the basil in here. Basil, olive oil, Parmesan and Romano cheeses, buttermilk, garlic, and some additional spices go in there with that shrimp. And then when you pour it out, you have, and you will note, a generous amount of sauce in here. Let me get my scissors. I actually cut this one just partially. This is what you're going to do. You're going to
Great.
cut open the top just like that. And then you're going to just pour it right onto whatever you want to serve it on. Spaghetti, linguine, rigatonis, any kind of pasta is really great with this. But look at this.
Wow.
Look at the shrimp in there. You can see the nice, big, juicy pieces.
Yes.
And by the way, because they really want to do this right, Primetime Shrimp, not only getting delicious recipes, but they wanted to make sure that the consistency of cooking would be the same. So they have what's called a smart sorting technology. So they know it sorts out the shrimp, so they're all about the same size. So the cooking times are always consistent.
Oh, perfect.
So it's pretty much foolproof.
Okay,
And
I
love
love
that.
that.
I love
love
that.
foolproof, especially
And
when we're talking about something that we would get served in the highest quality seafood restaurants for foolproof
Sure.
10 minutes. That's pretty amazing.
Mhm.
All right, we then also have the
Yeah.
roasted red pepper.
Yeah, roasted red pepper, olive oil. You've got red bell pepper, Parmesan cheese, and garlic in here, and plenty of sauce. So if you ask about serving sizes in here, well, I'm going to tell you this. If you're having this as like an appetizer, you can probably put it on plates, maybe 4 plates of spaghetti or linguine and serve 4 people. If it's just the 2 of you, you're perfect for 2. But the sauce, I know, I can't decide what is more the star of these recipes, the delicious sauces that their chefs have put together, or the beautiful shrimp that go along with it. So 4 different flavors on there, all loaded with butter and herbs and spices and cheeses and all of the things that you would put into it. 10 minutes. Get your water boiling. Pop your little bags into the water, just like this over here, if you can turn it around. Look, there we go. Just
Oh,
like this,
wow.
into the water.
Yep.
A nice gentle boil. In about 10 minutes is done. You take them out, you let them sit for a little bit so they're slightly cooled off, and then you mix everything around. You cut it open. Let's do that together, shall we? You cut it open just
Okay.
like this. This happens to be the roasted red bell pepper, and I happen to want to go over spaghetti. So everybody's sitting down at the table. They've had their salad, and now you pull it out nice and hot. You take your spaghetti, you put it over here, and now look at all of the sauce that's in the bag. I'm still pouring sauce
Wow.
out of the bag, and then top it off. And even the way you top it off, I did not even need any kind of utensil to pop it off. Right over the top of it. You could do vegetables on the side if you want to, but look at that. The sauce melds with whatever kind of pasta or wherever you're putting it on. I was thinking this would be really good on grits.
Yes,
Ooh, I
agreed.
could have done grits.
Yes.
Or polenta or whatever you choose. Just know
There's
that
so many
prime
great
shrimp
options.
has done all the work for you. Look at that beautiful plate fully loaded with that delicious shrimp. Love it.
Wow, wow, wow. And
Beautiful.
I want you to think, right, because we're
Yeah.
looking at 4 or 8 bags, right? But
Sure.
as Marie-Louise just said, it's actually 8 or 16 servings. So keep that in mind when you're doing the math here, right? You're looking at, especially with that option where you're getting 8 of them, for $139, but take that $139 and divide it by 16 because you're actually getting 16 meals out of this. So it's a really fantastic, under $10 per serving for amazing Ecuadorian shrimp, great sources, wonderful flavors, and those sauces really just elevate everything, and less than 10 minutes from freezer to plate. And it's the convenience that I will pay so much more for than this because it's delicious and easy. I want to take us through the options that we have because we are going to have a little bit of updates for some of them. You can go all 4 or all 8 in the Alfredo, fewer than 150 in both of those options. This is going to be your garlic herb option, fewer than 125 to go around there. That newest flavor in the pesto, fewer than 150 in both to go around. The roasted red pepper, same there, fewer than 150. Most popular has been that variety option where you're going to get 1 of each in the 4 bags, so 8 servings, or 2 of each in the 8 bag. That's going to be 16 servings. So most of you are going with that variety. I don't blame you. You can have delicious variety and wonderful flavors and try them all out. You can lock in auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. And if you, every 90 days, thanks JP, 90 days for 1 year. And if you do decide, if you get the variety first and you decide you love one, then you can go on and switch and get all of them for the next time in that one flavor that you love. Marie-Louise, can we talk a little bit just about the roasted red pepper? Am I going to have any spice in that one? Is there any heat to the roasted red pepper?
No, it's a roasted bell pepper, so it's not going to be heat. There's no like high-end pepper or little red pepper flakes or anything, and it's going to put too much heat with it. But it will be a little bit on the spicier side compared to everything else in there. But a little bit, if I may, Rachel, about prime shrimp. As I mentioned, 70 years in the business. This is all they do. They do shrimp.
Right.
And they do it really well. And they want to make sure if they're putting their name on it that you're getting the best of the best. I also love that I don't have to handle raw shrimp. Now, mind you, I'll get it sometimes and I'll cook it and I'll, cool it off and I'll peel it and everything else. Look, it is no thought, no mess, no fuss. Everything is vacuum sealed into it. If you've got 10 minutes and if you could boil water, you can have a delicious, fully gourmet sauced shrimp dinner, and I think that's going on grits right now. So imagine that. It doesn't matter if you're serving guests or your family deserves to have great shrimp. If you're going to make the investment and you're really hungry for shrimp and you want to enjoy shrimp at its absolute best, peeled, deveined, and processed by a family that's been in the business down in New Orleans for over 70 years.
Wow.
And their chefs creating the best sauces to complement. Now, if I may share one more thing that I love to do with this.
Yes.
I love to make risotto. I know it seems like it takes forever to make risotto, but when you get to the end and all your rice and everything is cooked up, how easy is it? Because the French Quarter Alfredo, for example, which I love, already has heavy cream, butter, imported Parmesan, garlic, and a little touch of Creole seasoning in that. How easy is that to stir into your risotto? In the end, just gently simmer it a little bit more in there so that sauce has time to soak up for that final arborio rice in there. And oh my goodness, look at this. It is dense, it is creamy, and they've really done all of the work for you. I would totally go for trying the variety. I would definitely try the variety because they're all incredibly delicious and everyone's going to love them.
Well, that is the most popular option right now. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner when I get off of work. And if that is you as well, this is perfect to have in your freezer so you always have the best meal in less than 10 minutes ready to go. It is that convenience. It is the delicious quality. It is all of those flavors, and it's the name. It's Prime Shrimp. We love Prime Shrimp, what they stand for, and the quality that they bring to us. So either 4 bags for under $100, or I would recommend go with the 8 bag, because today you are saving $59 on that stock up and save option, which is more than last time these were presented. So that stock up and save is more now because you are saving on that 8 bag. So go ahead and give us a call to place your order, 800-500-7590. Roasted red pepper, pesto, garlic herb, Alfredo, or the variety, if you would like one of each in the 4 or 2 of each in that 8. So go ahead and check out of your cart.